What's up, everyone? We're back again for some more Gundam Evolution gameplay, playing on Harbor City, this time as New Gundam, which is a suit, which, well, I think it's safe to say, general opinion is the New Gundam is not in a great spot right now. Got pretty hard nerfed back at the start of Season 4 and hasn't received anything back to compensate for it. I do think, actually, I heard, I didn't actually test it out, but I think there's probably a bug where when you're in your G maneuver, your gun does still do the same buff damage that it did before. I imagine that's a bug, but I don't think it's a problem. I mean, many people feel that the nerf was unjustified in the first place, so having extra damage during the ult is kind of nice, but yeah, not too great right now with New Gundam. I personally feel like some nerf was deserved. And many of you may disagree. I know a lot of people were saying that New Gundam was in a good spot after the last set of buffs and he didn't need any nerf whatsoever. I don't really agree with that, and I may be somewhat biased towards that opinion because there was a while there where I kept running into a lot of very good New Gundam players. In casual queue, there was a new type player who basically was only playing New Gundam for a while there, and every time I ran into him, it was terrifying. So I was definitely ready for some kind of nerf, but I can agree that they probably went overboard. So he is in a bit of a struggling spot right now. Still surprised they haven't done anything with Hyper Bazooka, or Mega Bazooka. I always get the name wrong for that, because that's kind of been weak since the start, and they just haven't really done anything with it. I feel like they need to do something about the splash damage, because the damage is kind of low even on direct hits, but grazing hits just really feel like they don't do anything, and oftentimes it feels like it's just better to use it to gain that extra bit of mobility, which can be nice, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The ability does have that option as well, but I feel like there should be a little bit more on the damage front for New Gundam. But one thing I do feel, though, even though we didn't get any buffs in the last patch, I do feel like the nerf to Barb does kind of help him, because even after the nerfs, I've been playing New Gundam like here and there, and honestly, it felt okay. You know, I still probably would be doing more if I was playing like Pale Rider or something, but it felt okay until I'd run into a Barb. And part of that is because, you know, Barb just does a ton of damage to you, like everyone else, and you don't have a ton of maneuverability with that single dash plus a little bit with the bazooka. But the other part is just the fact that since New Gundam's damage had been nerfed, I felt like it was just really hard to kill him, especially if your team wasn't doing really a good job of helping you out. So I just felt like every time I ran into a Barb, I did not have anywhere near enough damage to burn through his health and get the kill quick enough before he'd kill me. So the fact that Barb did lose that HP kind of helps you out. I mean, it doesn't really matter here in this particular match. There's no Barb out, which is another reason why I felt comfortable sticking with New Gundam. But maybe if Barb is around less and just the fact he's a little bit squishier, that might help. But yeah, I'd still say I'm in favor of some sort of buff coming towards New, or at least some sort of revert on the nerfs. But personally, don't want him to go back to exactly how good he was before. That was a little bit rough for me, I feel, but we'll see what they do. But things so far have been going pretty good this match. We held them for a decent amount of time at A point, and they got a pretty good quick push off that up front, but it looks like so far they haven't really been able to capitalize on it. It was a good Ashmar punch, but he also died right after. And they are still sticking on that sniper, which, you know, I think everyone knows that while it's pretty strong both sides for the first set of points, it kind of starts to lose its luster a bit coming into the second set of points on both offense and defense, but especially on offense, because he's also just really holding that that top area up there in the middle. And if we just stand struggling a bit here to finish out that Zaku, but if we stand back where I was standing before, and I'll talk about it when I respawn and get back over there, there's a spot where you can stand where you're pretty much, the sniper can't see you ever. And this could be good here, though. This butterfly coming in, he might be able to clear out that area, at least force people out potentially into that sniper's line of fire. But they also had their gun tank fell to his death somehow during that, so they're down some people. Come up here on this Ashmar, get all the funnels on him, and they can't keep up when he's flying away. Yep, still got that problem. Something that's plagued New Gundam since release is that tracking on the funnels. Not really working out too great there. We do finish off Ashmar as well, but you can see the sniper still firing. He can hit us when we're on this, you know, closer to the point on this right side. But so far he hasn't been able to connect. He's taking a couple shots at me. But see, when I'm standing here now, this building, not really even a building, this kind of archway in front of me really does a good job of blocking him out. And this is just a good spot to kind of hold in general, because you're kind of on you got a little bit of cover if they come from the right side. This ramp you can kind of hang down on a little bit. You can also juke back to the left, closer to spawn. There's really a lot of options just hanging out in this area. So the fact that the sniper is keeping us locked down to this area isn't really a big deal. You know, it's a good area to be already. So far, I don't think it's really working out for him. He probably should consider switching. You know, this is usually, you know, I do it too. Usually, if I play sniper, I'll play through the first point, and then I'll try and stick with it and see if we can work on B point as well. But sometimes you got to realize it's not working out too well. And so far, I don't know if he's really gotten any picks coming out here. Because, yeah, right here, I'm perfectly safe in this area. He can't see me unless he moves. Either that or maybe he just needs to reposition. But right now, I'm just kind of taking a bit of a sniper roll myself, poking away, not doing a ton of damage. But at least if I get the funnel stacks, that won't be affected by the distance. But Turn A is definitely going to do a little bit better job of counter-sniping me since he has no damage fall off. Still missing a lot. Just throw out the funnels with no stacks just to get a little bit of poke on him to force him back. It looks like the sniper actually went down right now, so he might not even be back in time. They're going to have to make some sort of push happen right here. Don't think they're going to have butterfly again in time. That would be the biggest thing to give them a chance. They're all kind of dying as they're coming in. A bunch of people walking over those Dom mines, those newly buffed Dom mines, doing a ton of damage. And that right there is going to be the end of the round. So yeah, you know, it's not. This is definitely the sniper map, but sometimes you gotta change things up, pushing into that second point. At least he probably should have tried a different angle, because as nice as having that little high ground is, he wasn't getting the shots he needed. Coming around to the offense side of things here, we're gonna be sticking with pretty much the same team cops. Still got a sniper of our own, although we don't have the dynamics this time. Now we've got the GM sniper. We'll have to see at their slot one. I'm assuming since they stuck with it so long on offense, they're gonna commit to it on defense. This is usually better here. I think I caught a peek of him back there, but it looked like he had armor. And he did, yep, they have dynamics. So we switched to GM sniper, they switched to dynamics, doing a sniper swap. I'll have to see how well it can work out from here, trying to push up this angle. So they did connect a good shot on our Gundam, but I was able to repair. Even as tall as I am, they weren't able to poke me over that little piece of cover, thankfully. Now we might be able to make a bit of space. I did try that Mahiru as well, still pretty effective on this first point. We took him out, so now we got some time to push without having to worry about the nade spam. And now that we're in the city area, this is already going to be tough for them to hold. Take out Ashimar as well. Turn A still firing away a bit. Keeps poking me down, getting me really low. Thankfully I got that high amount of health to keep me alive a bit longer. Now we got Gundam coming up on our sniper. I'm going to see what I can do. Poke him back a little bit. I got enough for an extra stack of funnels on him. Did some decent damage, but now he's got his shield out. And I kind of wanted to just go to the point, but Sniper wanted to fight him, and I was like, okay, I'll come in. I'm a little bit low. He gets hit with the hammer. Goes down. Might be able to save him though before he gets finished off. Yeah, Marasai comes in and helps out. We've got that. Unfortunately, it looks like their Ashimar did DC during that. Hopefully he comes back pretty quick to defend at the second point. Still got that Mahiru though, so they might be able to delay us some coming through the main area. Our sniper is down though. And he got one kill already. I don't have my G maneuver anywhere near soon, so I'm not going to be able to use that to push through the choke. So far, we've been able to open up pretty quick. Looks like Ashimar did join back, so he might still be around here for this last fight. We get turn A, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to have G maneuvers in time. If we might be able to just walk to the point before they even come up. Took out Mahiru. Might get the Dynamics as well. Do get him. Ashimar is back. He's fighting for me now, but he's probably got his G maneuver charge reset. Although I don't think he would have had it yet anyways, considering no one on our team even has it, and we've been pushing harder. We're already on the point, set up pretty well. Doing what they can to contest. Marasai G maneuver is the first one to come out. And that's all we needed. One G maneuver got us the win. So unfortunate that they had that DC there, but I think we were already, we already had A point pretty much secured. And he did come back in time for the end of that B point thing, so I think we probably had to win either way, but still kind of hate to see that happen. But hey, we got the new Gundam MVP. I don't think I went too crazy this match. I think my aim was a little bit off, but I actually did some pretty good funnel damage and held the point pretty well. Overall, yeah, good match. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I think general opinion is that he is pretty weak. You know, are you someone who feels that he never should have gotten the nerf in the first place? He was in a perfect spot, or do you think he needed something, but it was too extreme? I'm curious to hear. But yeah, I definitely think they should do something about the bazooka if they're going to do some sort of buff. But I guess we'll have to see. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some sort of buff going into Season 5. But either way, that's going to be it for me. If you want to see more, you can stay tuned here on YouTube, or you can also catch me live on Twitch. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.